New at 10, we've all read and heard about the situations police officers face on a daily basis. But the question is, how do they train for those tense moments?
KTVO's Ashley Hoke got a first-hand look at how one local force trains, and she joins us now in the studio. Ashley.
Thanks, John and Jackie. A suspect in sight and a victim in danger. But the question is, should an officer pull the trigger? The Kirksville Police Department is just one entity using technology to train for that split-second decision. Although the program used for the training may look like a video game to the average eye, it provides a real-life firearms simulation for officers. I went through the training myself, and I will tell you it takes even more thought and concentration than you may think.
Lieutenant Mark Wellman of KPD told me that the simulator called Milo Range keeps officers thinking each step of the way.
It puts a scenario in front of the officer to where they are forced to react as close to a real situation as we can get them.
The program works by using high-tech equipment and laser technology. The video scenarios are projected onto a wall, and a small device called a shot camera records the shots that each officer or trainee fires. When I picked up the gun that officers used during the training exercise, I noticed that it felt pretty real, and that's because it is.
The gun is actually a Glock that has been converted with the laser equipment installed in it, so it's very realistic. It has a gas system in it, so it functions identically to how our guns do.
Because the training is interactive, the officers and I had to treat the video scenario as if we were actually out in the field. You vocalize what you want the suspect and others in the video to do, such as drop your weapon, don't shoot, and remain calm. Wellman adds that the program is able to change the situations that the trainee encounters. For instance, what kind of weapons are used, traffic stops gone wrong, and school shootings.
About anything that an officer could encounter here is covered. There are just hundreds of scenarios in this program.
Many of the situations in Milo Range happen quickly, just as if they would when officers respond to calls out on the job. Wellman says it is interesting to see how the officers respond to the situations in the program.
We see different officers react to the scenarios differently, but the majority of the officers do very well with this because they receive this training. They receive this training in the academy.
Once the video training comes to an end, the officers then have a chance to discuss the way they responded and why they chose to handle the situation the way they did. And as for the question of how I did during my exercise, our managing editor who accompanied me on the training asked Lieutenant Wellman that exact question.
She did well for somebody that's first time that they've gone through this. It's not an easy challenge to face, and for somebody that's just encountered it for the first time, she did okay.
I wasn't the only one who had a chance to participate in the training. Kirksville City Council members and other city officials also got to see firsthand the training that our law enforcement officers are required to undergo. But Lieutenant Wellman wouldn't say if they were better shots than me. I will say, however, that this training does make you think about situations differently. John and Jackie, back to you.
Thanks, Ashley, for that report tonight.